Guys, thanks for joining me today. I want to show you where one of the hot spots for these artifacts are. You might think that I have to go and look at several different artifacts, or several different spots rather, to find these, but that's not the case. They're all in caches in individual spots. Certain ones are in certain areas. And so today I'm going to show you the evidence for that. So the local landowners here tell me that there was no rocks in this area. Of course, this is a tree with a right side profile, as you can see, carved into it. You might be seeing different things because there are several different images on it, but you can see how these stones represent some of the archetypes, carvings that are on them, the X's and the eyes. That little spot right there looks like an eye to me. As I said, you might think that I have to go all over to find these, or that maybe I placed these ahead of time or something. No, that's not the case. They're all in one spot. That's the thing. All these are in one place, which is why I'm really trying to get this site recognized. And that's why you guys are trying to help me. Almost 360 of you guys now. Thank you guys so much. Your continued support is greatly appreciated. Let's take a look. I'm going to show you, and I've done this before. There's other on-site videos where you guys can see this, but we're going to be looking for is recessed faces, little puffy hats. You can sometimes see lots of details like things hanging down, perhaps sideburns, right, or hair. Every piece of lithic material out here is one, and I will probably see some and I'll just put them right back down because I kind of am getting a little bit better about knowing what you guys can see and what you can't. But I've already got, whoops, sorry, almost dropped you. I've already got quite a few today. And so this little spot here has several of them, and every single one of these is one. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can find some really cool ones. I've already pulled out a couple really great ones. There is Ontario's tall pointy hat fella. The little gnome hat. Looks like a crow maybe as well. That long beak. It's really neat. Sometimes you'll still see the clay pack on the eyes of these, even as they're in the water, because they fired these clay packs on the eyes. They covered the eyes. I'm not sure why they did that yet, but that's what they did. See the X. X marks the spot. The cross, not like the cross, but the X, like more like a plus sign, was very important to the ancient cultures in America. This is a cool recessed beak of a duck, perhaps. X marks the spot. I like that. So we have very tall headdresses with little recessed faces. You can see a left side portrait or profile as well. on this one. Kind of see how that leaf with the rock in it. Is that a leaf or is it paint? It's probably just a leaf. No, that's paint. So that is the clay pack, or the remains of a clay pack that probably fell off. You can see how the hole is still in there and the little ridges coming out of it for that eye, and it's going to be a left side profile. Within the stone as well, just like surface imagery is what. Oh wow. So I just picked off a hardened clay pack that was on that eye, but there's going to be a surface imagery as well, just like Seven Rocks talks about. He likes the surface imagery. I do too. And that's his phrase. That's what he says, what he calls it. And so I started calling that as well. I know he doesn't mind. We will work as a team here. Got friends all over. Got friends in DC. My buddy in DC's got his own website showing these off. Look at that big old eye inside there. So it did rain, and so a few of these have fallen out. So where these are buried at are about 6 feet down, I'd say, from the ground level. And as this creek has been flooded out, the lithic artifacts that are underneath are just coming right out. And my reason for really wanting to get this taken care of as soon as possible is because the more that these sit out here in this little trench, the more they're just going to get worn out. Now, this whole field, this whole area of woods here, which also has stone mounds in it, is going to contain these. They're everywhere throughout here, but there's different places and different styles. So this is one of the large gateway caches, and there's a sandstone cache. There's a couple different types and styles there that are in certain places. You notice large birds with, see that hash marks and diamond shapes there for this bird head, a big diamond in that top there. Gotten some really great ones, and this is good to show you. This clay right here is what these were all buried in. So the bottom of this, when you pull, some of these are fired. So this is a fired piece of clay that was probably just buried in here. Yep, see that? They will oftentimes have effigies and wonderful smell to them inside these clay balls. But these are the same kind of artifacts that have the very photorealistic pictures on them. Every now and then you get one that's very defined. And so that's why we'll kind of look at a couple here with you guys. If you guys want more of this type of video, you can check out some of the earlier ones. Big duck head with a recessed beak. Also looks like a bird head on the right hand side too. But I've taken quite a few of these on-site videos but a lot of times, during that time, I didn't have a whole lot of subscribers. So a lot of you guys probably haven't seen that, and you might be like beneficial for the cause if you go check out some of those earlier ones. I'm gonna remind you guys, this is not for profit. I've got a job. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. Really, as soon as this gets noticed, I'm retiring. I'm done. I'll still, do what I can, but I'm not going to be coming out here to show you guys this stuff for the rest of my life. This isn't going to be a thing that I'm just going to keep on doing, going and going. Like, I have an interest in it, but I think other people have a bigger interest in it. And so, all about looking at details with these. You can see how the top is rippled. That would be the hat. And the person's going to be looking away from us with a large hat on. Oftentimes you can turn that hat into a bird. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's take a look at just a couple more, guys. I'd like to find one very defined one with you. You guys are good luck. Oftentimes, when you're with me, I can find some good ones. Little tiny face there. So, it is as easy as that. They are all in one spot. They were all buried, and because this creek has been washed out, they're now all exposed. So in the shine there, you'll be able to see that diamond shaped eye. This is a bust of a person or a profile portrait of a person. Another one on this edge. The clay packs are going to help us see them, so that's why I kind of like to show you guys what's out here. Well, I didn't get to find anything like super defined for you, unfortunately. But I think you guys can see what's going on. I'm a little distracted by the wildlife. Little lips always stick out. Another large X on this one. Very unique, huh? Colors on this are quite incredible. Pretty beautiful. I'm thinking that this is something, but I don't know what it is yet, and that's okay. But I will bring it home and try to decipher and find out what it is. All right, guys. I think that's a good one to stop on. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.